brought it back in 2003, she asked me if I would do this routine with her. And so I'm going to share all of that with you now. This is hands down what I will take with me forever and ever and ever. Maybe. We're not sure.
Wake up!
And also, we're going to invite you to sing along, and I invite you to do so. We did it then, we're going to do it now.
Spot off.
Everybody sing!
Give my regards to Broadway, remember me to Herald Square. Tell all the gang at 42nd Street that I will soon be there. Whisper of how I'm yearning to mingle with the old-time throng. Give my regards to old Broadway and tell them I'll be there ere long.
Years old.
I was going to say, I forgot to mention she was 78.
Hello, I'm Pete, the second born, and I don't have too many prepared remarks, but I think after I'm done with my presentation here, anyone who wants to come and say anything is more than welcome to do so. Around about 1955, my dad acquired a movie camera and started shooting home movies, and I was fascinated by that, and I eventually got my own camera and shot a lot of film myself. So there's hours and hours of Morricone movies, and I've been going through them and isolating some of my mom's Willie's happier moments for your enjoyment. So I hope you'll enjoy seeing some of this. So without further ado, roll them.
Three kids and a dog.
people over the back of the car.
Don't look. There she is.
I believe this is in Montreal.
Those pictures are all available at the concession stand.
This is the backyard of Western Society Church.
When you had hair.
Yeah.
This is like Europe. That's Dad's second cousin Carmen. This is either in Spain or in Denmark, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's in Denmark.
Denmark. And there's 2 kids.
go. So of course, Willie chose a hymn about dancing from the UU hymn book for today's service. And we all have a copy of the lyrics and the music. So I invite you to please rise in body or in spirit, and maybe move your feet as we sing. And we'll get some help. Dancing encouraged. Well, we have time for a few more memories. So, who would like to share a word or two here or from your seat nice and loud? And I think Diane, for one person.
Hand Sullivan. Yep.
Where is Diane, the other Diane?
Oh,
That
thank
Diane.
you.
Yes. The team.
There's a microphone in the front too, if you
Yeah,
prefer.
yeah.
It doesn't
Is
matter.
that one better?
It's up to you.
I am not one who goes on the stage. You can find me in the booth out front. I'm Diane, and I'll share a story with you that took place at my chiropractic office. Willie was 90 or so and using a walker. The adjusting table I used for Willie was one that would automatically take a patient from standing to lying down and back to standing again with a touch of a foot pedal. After her treatment was completed, I asked her if she needed any help to get out of the room. Typical of Willie's independent streak, she said no. I left the room. A few minutes later, I heard loud bangs coming from the treatment room. I rushed into the room expecting to see Willie on the floor, but what I saw left me howling with laughter. Matt, you want to put the picture up? Willie wasn't smiling as she is in these next pictures. Her face was aghast with shock as she watched her walker being elevated towards the ceiling as the adjusting table was moving from horizontal to vertical. The banging I heard was Willie's walker being slammed by the door as she tried to open it multiple times. When she took a step back to allow more room for the door, she stepped on the foot pedal and up on the table carrying her walker. Corky was in the waiting room with his iPad, and I called him in to take these photos. I'm not sure she really wanted to laugh at that point, but we all did. One other thing to share is that Willie and my wife Wanda share the same birthday. So we've had a few joint celebrations over the years, very cherished memories.
have one of the most clear memories I have of my granny, Willie, as you know her, was the way she said everything so cheerfully. Like, whenever I asked her a question, she would always respond with, yeah, or, but she often responded to, whenever I told her something that interested me, she would say, is that right? Which I did not know until recently was her way of saying, oh, really? So that's one of the biggest memories I have, was I always knew her, that was her catchphrase, is that right?
Hello, I'm Scott. I've been in Wolfboro since about 1990 when I first sang in and then directed the Clear Lakes Chorale. I had an apartment fire in February of 1991, and the first person to really step up and say, what can I give you, was Willie. And one of the things that she gave me was a quilt from the Wolfboro Quilters Guild. It was an emergency quilt. They made those quilts, and she was one of the first ones to say, just support. But Willie supported us. I say us, Rosemary and me. I was leaving the chorale and happened to fall in love with one of my second sopranos, and so I stuck around. So we were engaged to be married in April, and like the first week in April, maybe, or something like that, we had a wedding shower that Willie and Phil threw for us, and all of the Clear Lakes folks and some other folk. My parents were there, surprising, but they were there. So we had this great party, and Willie, I don't know if you know this, was very fond of making up new words to old songs, and she made up an entire song about the fact that we were getting married, and therefore Clear Lakes Chorale didn't need to hire a new director. So that was kind of fun, and I just love Willie, absolutely. Yeah.
You can shout it out from where you are if you want.
Hello, everybody. My name is Chris Roser. My dad was Willie's brother. And what? Oh, Mike Chris. Anyhow, you guys get a kick out of this. Everybody has been talking how Aunt Willie had such a great bubbly attitude and always happy and all that, and I pushed her buttons one time. I can't remember what airport we were in. It was always fun when Aunt Willie and Uncle Phil would come visit us in Cincinnati, is that she would go up to my dad and say, "Hi, baby brother," and wrap her arms around it, and I got the biggest kick out of that kind of stuff. It was just sweet to watch. I don't know if we were coming here or they were coming to Cincinnati. Anyhow, it was back in when I was 20 or early 30s, and I had a very full bushy beard and a lot of hair. And I spotted Uncle Willie and Aunt Wilma coming down the aisle, and I walked up to him and I said, "Hey, can I get $1?" And I said, no, I really need $1. And by that time, Uncle Phil was kind of getting in the way, get away from my wife. And Aunt Willie, without skipping a beat, she was walking, she just turned around and said, "Get a job." Now, and Aunt Willie speak, she cussed at me. And when she did that, I said, "But I need $1 to go see my Aunt Willie." She stopped, turned around, wasn't sure what she was looking at, but spotted my dad right behind me, because I think my mom put me up to this. And she looked at me, she said, "You rascal." And she forgot that. And I got the biggest thing. She kept bringing that every time we meet or we would talk on the phone. She would mention that. She goes, "Boy, you got me." And but the end of that whole thing is that, and somebody said it, that I think Aunt Willie said her family was the nicest people that she's ever met. I've always said that about my family. They're the nicest people. What a model to go with. So, thank you.
Uh-oh.
I had, and I have the privilege of being born into this family. And it's affected a lot of people in many ways. And 20 years ago this weekend, I infected somebody else. And it was apropos that
Happy
we
anniversary.
should celebrate Crazy Hat birthdays 20 years after I introduced my wife, who I'd only dated 3 months at the time, and she married me anyway, to the Mork family. And she embraced this family, and she readily realized the contagion that was Willie Mork.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, I was going to say, it also helped me understand where Alex came from.
And it
the
wasn't
rest
bad.
of the family. Because this was definitely the side of the family where I'm like, okay, I understand now. So, but we enjoyed seeing Willie several times over the years, and the final time at Sugar Hill,
Right.
because we did get to see her there.
Like 6 years ago.
Yeah, so, but, yeah, we were up from Georgia, and I thought, I've been dating this guy only a couple months, and he wants me to go to New Hampshire to an 80th birthday party to meet his entire family. Okay. But these are the hats that we wore at that party. So.
Not insignificant.
Yeah.
We collect and share these things, and there are many mementos that we have, and the memories are just some of them, and some of them are physical. And thank you, Willie, for bringing so many of us together today, tomorrow, and forever.
And we still have the casserole holder that Aunt Willie made.
Oh my gosh.
That's where all the casseroles get
I
transported in as Aunt Willie's casserole.
I think someplace I have a kimono that she made too.
Yeah, nobody's mentioned casseroles. She was a casserole master.
Hello, I'm Carol Bentz, and I brought this because Willie made this for me about probably, I don't know, 20 years ago or more. It's a little doll and it says VP and CB, and I was so thrilled to get it from her, and I keep it always. But I really wanted to say that Willie was my role model. I knew I could never be as nice as Willie or as cheerful as Willie, but I knew I could be as industrious and as dedicated as Willie. And she and I worked together many, many times. We tap danced together. As a matter of fact, we were angels in the Anything Goes show. And she just was a wonderful person, a wonderful friend. And whenever I'm in a situation, and I learned a lot from Willie, as in patience and in holding my tongue. And when I'm in a situation where I can be a little bit brusque, I try to say, what would Willie do? And I give that to you as a motto. You know, Willie, when you're in a situation, just ask yourself, what would Willie do? And you'll do the right thing.
conversations will continue in just a few minutes. She seemed to know you all pretty well, and you all seem to know her pretty well. It's a beautiful thing. We close reminding ourselves that Willie will be with us in this month. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, she'll be with you. In winter's sparkling beauty, she'll be with you. And when green shoots come up in the spring, and in the blueness of summer sky, she'll be with you. When you're among your co-conspirators, she'll be with you. And when you get out your red, white, and blue wash and wear separates, she'll be with you. When you split the next brownie with someone, and then split it again, and then again and again, she'll be with you. When you take messages to yourself on the kitchen cabinet, she'll be with you. In the tattoo parlor. And when someone says, "Is that right?" Willie will be with us. We're all going to sing again. We're going to sing always. And we're going to sing with our singers. Thank goodness.
There's words in your program. Do you want to stand up and sing? There'll be some tables out here that you can eat at, but please don't eat in the seats. That's just a policy of the theater.
Everybody smile. Smile, yeah, gotcha. Okay. Smile. Great.
Keep smiling.
Yeah,
Smile, darn you, smile.
Great.
Got that, Peter.
Why don't y'all stay up here as we finish up? Okay. Just move over. Oh, okay. That's it. In the words of Unitarian Reverend A. Paul Davies, we have come here this day to commit to the preciousness of memory a life that was mingled with our own, the beauty of which remains to bless us. those whom we love do indeed leave us, and when we lose them, no spoken words can lessen our grief. But what they were can never leave us. The strength of their presence, the gentleness of their sympathy, the warmth of their love. These are ours always. Willie Mork brought grace to everything she did. She shared her gifts generously, her myriad talents, her joy, her love, her dazzling smile will live on in our hearts. And for this we give thanks. Let us go forth, choosing life, living our lives under the sun in peace, and living our lives under the stars in gratitude. Amen. Go ahead.
Always.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but I said, what is